everyone? This is Joker2730 the Gamer. Right now, I'm going to give you my rundown, my take on the Nintendo Switch. I'm not going to be showing any of the UI or what it looks like when you turn it on. There's other videos for that. Nintendo, if I do, will flag me and they'll try to take what pennies I do make. And trust me, I don't make much at all. So I don't feel like giving to this greedy corporation any more than what they've already charged us and are taking us for on the Nintendo Switch. Alright, so let's dive right into it. I am not a fanboy. I love Nintendo. I grew up on it. I grew up on Nintendo. It was one of the first systems I ever owned next to an Atari. But I am not a fanboy by any means. I am a father of 3, so when I do buy something, it has to live up to what it's saying. It has to live up to the hype. And so if it doesn't, whether or not I've liked it, I will not give it a good review. That's just who I am. So the Switch comes out. Some people love it, some people hate it, some people love the idea, some people hate the idea. Now, right away, I'm going to jump into what seems to be one of the biggest problems people have online, and that's the ergonomics of the controllers. They don't like the way this is all laid out right here. You know, they don't like the way this is, these buttons, there's no D-pad, they don't like this. Now, if we look at a normal controller, right? Here's an Xbox One controller, alright? You see the way it's laid out. It's got the D-pads. Everything's kind of closer. You have these up here, your triggers. Now, let's look at what a controller looks like, the Joy-Cons, when you dock them into its little bay that it comes in. Okay, now, as you can see there, completely different, alright? Those are way two different styles. I mean, they got this huge thing in the middle. There's no D-pads. The thumbsticks are so far away from each other. And this is a big deal to people. This is like a deal breaker to some people. They will not use this. Let me say something. When I first put my Joy-Cons in this thing, I thought, this is going to suck. I'm not going to lie. I got big hands. It feels good in my hands. It was actually surprisingly nice. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it so much that I went out and bought extra Joy-Cons, and I bought a charging dock. This one is the one that just clicks them in, but I have the charging dock downstairs. It has a little charger right here. I like it. I enjoy it. I don't mind the ergonomics of it. I don't mind the way it's laid out. Now, you have them right here. They slide into this. It's different. It's a whole different story. You push this button, it releases them. You see, it releases. And then what you're supposed to do, you have this. You get one of these. Sorry, let's see. Okay. You got to make sure the plus with the plus. And then you slide it in there. Another problem people don't like. You see, they tried to make these so that you can always play what's known as single player with each one of these. So they kind of try to make these Joy-Cons both accessible for when you're doing it hooked up to it and when you're not hooked up to it. I like it. I enjoy it. I think it's going to be cool to play Mario Kart like this, and be able to have it and try it out. I'm looking forward to it. Always remember to line these up, plus, plus, minus, and minus. Sorry for the color change on the camera. It's adjusting the light. I should have done it tonight, but I won't have time, so I want to get this out to you guys. You unlock, you push this. So you have them both in your hand. Here's with this and here's without it. Pretty big difference. Makes it thicker, feels better in the hand overall than this does without it. But I don't mind it. People are bashing it for the way it feels. I enjoy playing like this, man. It's a little different, but let's be honest here. We don't buy Nintendo products because they do what everyone else does. We buy them because they're different and we're willing to take that risk. My only scare here is that Nintendo will fall into the same category that the PS Vita did. Let me explain that. The PS Vita was one of the greatest pieces of technology I ever dealt with. I love it. I love everything about the Vita. The only thing I didn't like, people were making indie games for it, and I hated that. It became this I think I paid $400 at launch or $300, whatever it was, for this system that would become an indie, development tool. And I don't want this to be another Vita. I don't want this to be another $300, tool for indie developers to create games. So I'm really looking forward to, these games that they're going to give us. I enjoy Zelda Breath of the Wild, great game. I'm not going to bash it for the small things like these, that you couldn't put them on backwards, or that they're so tough to get off. I mean, geez. And some people, they're like, oh yeah, all you got to do is this. Yeah, well, I haven't got there yet, so I'm still learning the hard way how to do it. But I'm not going to bash them for that, because that is why you buy it. That really is. That is why, one of the reasons why you buy it, because you want to feel the difference. You want something different than that everyday, Xbox One controller, PS4, whatever. I got them both, and they're fun, but at the same time, you do want, you find yourself wanting this. You find yourself wanting to play something so different that it's like, man, that's awesome, that's fun, that's cool, that's innovative. So I'm not going to bash them for it. All I'm going to bash them for, the dead pixels, oh, that's not our fault. Come on, Nintendo. It is. It is your fault. It is your fault. When you're spending $300 on a system, you want it flawless. If you're a gamer, you want flawlessness. You don't want to hear, that's not our fault. That's just what happens with LCDs. No, it doesn't. That is your fault. And these right here, I have no problem with them. So overall, 9 out of 10. I'll do a 9 out of 10 just for the price. I think it's a little overpriced for not getting any game and the extras. $70 I paid for an extra set of these. I think $30 for this charging thing. I mean, come on, Nintendo. Jeez, you're getting us in the end with 1-2 Switch. That game is not a $40 game. Let me tell you, it's a $20 game, $15 game, not $40. But overall, I love it. I enjoy it. I can't wait to see if Nintendo actually goes forward with this and takes it to that next level and brings us content that's, AAA titles, and we could take it around. I am so looking forward to it. So if you enjoy this, hit that like button, like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think about the video. Again, this is the D-pad. I have no problem with it. It's awesome. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you out a little bit on your decision on whether or not you want to get one. Again, real quick before I leave, this is the Switch. This is the Xbox One. Let's look at that. You see this? You see this? Two different controllers, but again, you don't buy the Nintendo product so that you can get the same feeling in your hand as any other product. You buy it because it's different. Alright, that's it for you. This is Joker2730 the Gamer again, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I am out.